Yeah, put your clothes on after we start the live video.
I had to fix my shirt.
Always
Goodness.
get dressed after you start. Hey, Ensign Shop. It's International Hat Day. Mimsy, what's up? Anna.
If you can't tell, we're tired. We've been working all day.
I'm not tired.
I'm tired.
I've been working all day and I feel great.
Well, I'm tired then. I look tiny in this picture.
What does that mean? Rude?
Tiny.
I'm in the front. I'm in the back. I'm in the front. Size 2X shirt. It's the first time I've been able to wear a size 2X shirt in years.
Oh, man.
I'm wearing 3X for 4 years.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this. It's terrible. All right. Is that better? No.
Yeah, this looks better.
Yeah.
That looks better.
I gotta stop doing that.
Can you move your hat with your eyebrows? Little up. We have exciting news, but about her. But I don't think we can talk about that, can we?
What would be exciting about that?
It's exciting. It's a money-making opportunity from the Homestead.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Totally. I'm talking about...
International Hat Day. I don't think it really is. We just... Yes.
Yep.
Let's all keep shrinking together. Let's get tiny. Well, you can talk about it if you want. I didn't want to... It's kind of your deal. I didn't want to divulge those details.
Yeah. I'm taking my hair out.
Do you think you should?
Alright, yeah. Well, okay, for the rabbits, I've been raising rabbits for like 5 years. It's been 5 years.
Little Bonnie, boo, boo.
And, hey, Broussard Homestead.
Talking about rabbits.
Yeah, so I've been raising rabbits for like 5 years. And recently, I saw a ad, I guess, on Facebook or somewhere. I think it was Facebook. And I was invited into a group that...
Yeah, meet rabbits.
Yeah, meet rabbits. I have an Angora too, but I'm not sure what her future is over here because she doesn't fit into this new plan that I have anyways. So I was contacted by someone who wants me to raise rabbits for them for pet food. And they don't have anyone in Kentucky yet. And I applied, and almost right away she asked me for pictures of my setup, and she asked me to answer some questions beyond the first interview or application. So I have to make a couple changes to my barn, and, well, just the cages. She wants all the cages hanging with no wood on any of them. So I just have to make that change, and I'm almost finished making that change. And then I'm going to move forward with working for her, hopefully, for selling the rabbits. Either that or selling breeding stock for her, which would be selling to other
But she's
breeders.
mostly interested in the meat.
Yes.
For dog food. And then also what else? She knows someone that might
Oh, yeah.
want to buy the pelts as
Yeah.
well.
She can connect me with people who want to buy the pelts.
So we'll look into if it's good for us and it's profitable, which it looks like it is. We're probably going to ramp up our rabbit production
Yeah.
big time. And I don't like ramping up anything if it's not profitable. So, but this looks like it's going to be profitable, like really profitable. So, it's awesome news.
Yeah, and I love raising rabbits, so.
What about kittens? You love raising kittens?
Apparently, I like raising kittens.
Your live stream for kittens today was cool. I was working in the shop, but I could go on my phone and check it out and see the progress. Have you checked on them last hour?
No. The last I checked,
I
she
saw
had
4.
5.
Oh, okay.
I actually watched her birth the 5th one.
I think I saw the 4th one being birthed, which
but
was
I feel
cool.
more, I'm pretty sure, in her belly, so.
It was coming out, the one that I saw, and I blinked, looked away, looked back,
And it
blinked
was
one more time,
out.
and it was out.
Boom. Yeah, she started having them really fast. That first one took hours to come out. But all of them are healthy?
One has like a stubby tail, right?
No, they all except for one.
I said one has a stubby tail.
No, all of them except one has a stubby tail.
Oh, wow.
The wind and wheat life.
Sup?
I don't think I've ever seen them on one of our streams.
Probably because we don't eat wheat right now. But when we do, we're coming for you. Wind and wheat life. I'm curious. Yeah, I've never seen your channel either. I'm going to go check it out. I'm guessing Midwest wheat farming.
Well, what have you been up to today?
Working. Made a whole bunch of bows and
Oklahoma.
painted them. Yep,
Some of my favorite people are in Oklahoma.
that's really cool. How many acres do you have where you're growing wheat on? It's funny, like our live videos is like us asking other people questions. How many acres? I'm waiting. I want to know. 3. We're small.
Still something.
Yeah, I mean we have 5.5 acres, but we only use 1.5 right now.
Yeah.
We just cleared 2 a couple years ago. That's right. I mean, I think that's the draw to homesteading is on 1 or a few acres. You can do a lot for your family. That drew us in big time. And we had a friend who had just 1 acre, and she seemed to do everything. She managed that 1 acre like really well, and still had a little bit of a yard for her kids to run and play in. Of course, they played with the pigs and the sheep and stuff too, and bunnies. But yeah, on the bunnies, I'm not sure if we get into bunnies what we're gonna do in terms of their cages, because we've got that old trailer. If we put fans or maybe even an AC unit, they probably need an AC unit. We could put a lot of rabbits up.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to collect and clean poop and pee every day.
We've had pet bunnies.
For sure.
Yeah, I have a pet bunny. She's an Angora rabbit.
I think all animals are pets until someone gets hungry enough. Depends on your economic situation. Yeah. The cuter, the tastier. No, we've had all kinds of pets, and also raising animals for meat production, particularly the rabbits. I think that was the first time I ever introduced my little kids to butchering.
Yeah.
Or dispatching and butchering.
That rough. Oh yeah, the roosters.
Yeah.
We don't have a rooster right now because of that.
That's a difficult situation.
But we're gonna get. I'm hoping I have one in the chickens that I got, but I think they're all hens, so I'm gonna have to get one from someone.
The hens are pretty aggressive though. They take really good care of themselves.
Yeah, for real. I probably could.
Oh, it's gold. Yeah, I mean.
I use so much in my garden though.
And we've got fruit and nut trees all over
Yeah.
the property that I've planted, so I'm going to be putting putting that out a lot this year.
So some of you have probably been following our crazy dog situation. A couple weeks ago, our dogs had gotten out, and there was a predator the night before that they were probably chasing. So the dogs got out again, and I had to fix the fence again today. So that's some of the stuff I've been doing.
And we couldn't get the weed eater to work.
Oh man.
She cut the grass last week, and I was supposed to weed eat, and I didn't, and it really shows this week. It's some of the grass is like up to my knees, and then we tried for all day. Like every time I could walk away from my workshop, I'd walk outside and try to crank that weed eater up. I could not get it. We cleaned the gas line out. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I have a mechanical genius that lives here. Yeah, it seems like everyone collects weed eaters that don't work.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere has a bunch of weed eaters that do work. We need their number.
Yeah, it's called Lowe's.
Well, yeah. Well, we put a man on the moon. You think we could make a weed eater that was not too expensive and could last for 10 years? I guess it's called a sling blade, because those last for 100 years.
I guess I could. They're broken ones.
Are you savvy with mechanics and motors? I'm not. That is not my bag, baby.
I am not either. Once it stops raining, yeah, that's the problem with us. It's gonna start raining again. But I guess we could use the sling blade and
I'm gonna have to
handle some of it.
I'm gonna have to. What
the
sucks
stuff down the hill
is our schedule is so busy. It's really difficult for us to find one solid day to dedicate to getting all the grass and weed eating done. So we end up having to do a little bit here, a little bit there, and then what sucks about that is you end up cutting grass a little bit here, a little bit there all the time. Mm-hmm. By the time you're done, it's like a circle. You're right back to where you started, and it's all over again. I hate grass. I hate cutting grass.
Mm-hmm. Well,
if I could live on a parking lot, I would love that.
I plan to turn a lot of ours into, like the places that need weed eated, a lot of them into fruit and nut areas, or just landscape, like
my house,
rubber mulch or something, man.
My house where I grew up was in the woods, so we didn't have a whole lot of grass to cut, but we had an acre of grass out front by the road.
In the front.
And there was no trees. It was just all grass, and I hated it. I think I talked about this last week too. Grass cutting. Our life is boring, and the most exciting thing we have to talk about is grass. The grass you cut, not the grass you smoke, 'cause that'll get you in jail.
Yep.
Although, we could grow it now. It's legal.
Yeah, you can grow hemp.
Hemp. A lot of people selling the oils.
Our friend that you were talking about earlier,
which means it's not a good business to get into, because
she's about to plant hemp, actually.
Really?
Yeah. They're planting this weekend, I think.
Really? I remember them talking about it like 2 years ago, but it's taken them a long time to get around to doing it.
Well, they just got everything situated on their
Was
land.
it their neighbors that were doing it first?
I think their neighbors are doing it.
Like growing it but not smoking it?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton says, I grew it, but I didn't inhale.
Let me see. I love cutting grass, but don't like weed eating much until I get started, then I'm fine. I would be fine to do it if I had headphones or music going, but...
And a weed eater that worked.
Well, yeah.
I'd much rather weed eat than cut grass. Riding a mower sucks.
I love riding
Push mowers suck. I don't enjoy any of that. Just sitting in the sun, riding in circles, sweating. No, thank you. We should have robots to do that stuff for us.
There are robots for cutting grass.
Not in Kentucky. That robot's gonna
need robots roll down the hill.
That robot's gonna need 4-wheel drive.
You'll be flipping.
Well, that's dangerous here for us.
Yeah, I have to do it diagonally up. and down in the backyard.
And the dogs have dug holes and just dips in the ground. The exercise.
Time
Yeah.
to think, yeah.
If it's exercise you're after, maybe like go boating.
That's not exercise.
Well, a rowboat, Kathy, not a motorboat, or play basketball or something. But grass, ugh. It just seems like such a waste of time. You're smarter than that, man.
Morgan at Gold Shop Farm. Getting started growing hemp for profit. Expensive startup. Yeah, probably so.
You gotta have some way to keep people from doing it. There has to be some barrier that's difficult to get through, as with all things. I want to start a business, but
Yeah, we have 7, so we know how that is.
getting anything done is difficult with this many children until they get the age where you can give them chores.
How old are
And
yours?
that really helps.
The wind and the wheat. How old are yours? I put in earbuds and ride. Yeah, that's what I do too. I put in earbuds and I just go around and get it done. I like it because I get a break from kid watching 7654 2 and 6 months. I'm gonna have to get the cord. Yeah. So our oldest is 12 and then the baby is like 16 or 17 months right now.
We don't know how old they are. We don't keep up with that. Yeah, our oldest is going to be 13 in December, which she is really proud of. They're lucky if we remember their names. I'm like, hey, Haley, Sarah, Kaylin, what's your name? Lily, get over here. Yeah, definitely. I can remember their names and their birthdays, and yeah, like what time they were born or what day it was, stuff like that. That stuff has to be written down. How you mom and them? Everyone here seems to be doing pretty chill. I think everyone is. Just freeze. And we're back.
Can you guys see, can anyone see us? Because our phone just went. Ugh.
Ugh.
Shumping happened.
It went, ugh.
Yeah.
Touch me.
I saw. Probably Terry came in.
Yes,
Okay.
we see you. Oh, good. We were worried. Thought that was. I wonder what growing wheat is like. Do you do that for profit or, just for your family? You grind your flour in the stone mill. I mean, that'd be fun. It'd be gritty bread, though. I think that's why people had messed up teeth back then. From what I've read, anyway, is people had really bad teeth from grinding meal on a mill.
Hello. Is this Terry or John?
Can you see the rubber pencil? Take a good look, because it's not rubber.
Hey, John.
Tricked ya. I need a real rubber pencil so I can do that and then be like, see, it is rubber. Yeah, I'm a dork. In the backyard for a cover.
Oh, a cover crop, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done any cover crops yet. Well, we actually did grow wheat, but
Hey, Kayla.
Kayla from South Carolina.
Shinosky. Is it Shinosky? Like O or Ah? Shinosky. I'm going to guess it's O. Shinosky. Ah, Shinosky. What's up then, girl? See, we got sod a couple of weeks ago. Oh, cool. More grass. If you're just tuning in, I hate cutting grass. She loves it, and it's perfect. Yeah.
Well, I love it if I have a riding lawnmower, which we do, so totally fine with that.
I don't even like to watch it grow. It's dreadful. The back hills need bush hogged really bad.
Yeah, they're pretty tall.
got
Like the deer is covered up now.
We've
Like
got-
the target.
Oh, the deer target? Yeah. Soon the pallet will be covered up. No, I got to get someone out here to bush hog. My bush hog guy sold his bush hog. I didn't tell you that.
Oh, he sold
Josh,
it?
the bush hog for us last year, he sold his bush hog, and he gave me the number to the guy he sold it to.
Kayla, topics tonight. The topic is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, we've done these live videos a few times, and we just let them take on their own.
The Neil's Homestead. Hey.
Hey. We let them take on their own. What is it? What is the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
They take on their own path. There's a word. We just let them. If you want to come on here and talk to us, we'll ask you questions. I have lots of questions for everybody. If you have questions for us, we're happy to answer those as well. Questions about keto, or what we're doing in our garden, what kind of animals we're raising this year, and how we're doing with that. We've had some problems with predators the last couple of weeks. Our dogs have been acting up, probably because of it. And Mama Dog might be going into heat again, and I don't want her having puppies, so we got to figure out what we're going to do. So, yeah, that's a real problem. When everything's wet.
I didn't see that at all. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the eastern hills of Kentucky, when it's wet, you ain't doing nothing. You're lucky if you can walk some of the wet hills.
We have a lot. Yeah, I slid down a hill today because I was fixing the fence and I just slid down, but I didn't fall. Predators. We have a lot around here, but we've dealt with raccoons, I think a coyote.
We have coyotes. I've seen them.
I know, but I think that's
And
what
I
got
hear
the
them.
rabbits. I'm not sure.
Our dogs keep the predators away. They do a lot of. They do a good job with that, buffering a lot. Good to see you. Oh, the grill sounds good. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
keep you from the
it
grill.
does. See you later, John.
Peace. I need to get a new grill.
Yeah.
I've put it off because I want to build one. I really want to make my own grill the way I want it. I want it big enough where I can smoke at least half a pig, but I'd like to do a whole pig. First day of keto, congratulations.
Yeah,
Amazing.
trying to balance it with carb eaters. Our kids eat carbs still.
You can tease them a lot, you know? Call them names and no. That's tough. It's going to be tough on you because, you know, there's a real addiction to sugar, bread, and pasta. It has begun. So, stay strong. Know this, I've lost 50 pounds since the beginning of this year. She's lost
38.
38.
Yes.
So you will lose weight if you do it correctly, and you know, watch your macros and stay away from the non-keto foods.
If you're
We'll give you any advice we can. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask now, or you can message us anytime, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, if you are the cooker in the house, you can make a lot of keto meals that carb eaters will like. And also,
Pizza,
Freedom Homestead
keto pizza.
is keto and her family is not. So she'll make, which is Tangi, she'll make a meal that is not keto.
Did you say Freedom Homestead?
Yeah. She'll make a meal that's not keto, but she'll like take out the meat before it's done and she'll just eat that. And like if she's making chili, she'll take everything out before she adds the beans. That's what we do, except we don't add beans ever. We just peppers, onions, tomatoes, and meat. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Peppers,
Next time we
onions,
make
tomatoes,
chili,
meat.
though, I'm gonna cut up chunks of cauliflower, like
Oh, yeah.
especially the stalk. I want to cut chunks or ringlets because I think it would just make it a bit chunky. And cauliflower takes on the flavor of a lot of stuff and spices, so I
It's
think that'll
really
be
good.
especially good in the chili. I just want to at least try it. And plus, cauliflower is white and thick, so it's kind of that's what I just. Oh, cool! So you've done that with the cauliflower and the chili. Awesome. Yeah, I think it's gonna work because I use cauliflower a lot. That's a good keto filler. You know, if you're wanting to make rice, cauliflower rice is
Oh,
the
yeah.
bomb, dude. I mean, this having that really makes keto a lot easier for me, especially in the beginning when I didn't know what foods to eat. But I had the mentality from the get go. If it's not keto, and I know it's not keto, I'm not going to eat it. And if that means I starve, I'm going to starve until I figure out keto and I figure out what I can eat.
And we figured it out pretty fast.
We did.
We didn't suffer at all.
We did, but I'm going to give you a meal right here, okay? 3 scrambled eggs, about 1/8 of a cup of cheddar cheese, half of an avocado, and 3 slices of bacon. That is an awesome meal any time of the day, and the macros on that are perfect for a keto meal. It's going to give you 75%, 70%.
Rice cauliflower. Yes. That's sorry.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the macros on that.
70% fat.
70% fat, 25% protein, 5% carbs. So it's a really excellent meal.
Yeah. We did. We ate that last night for
Yeah,
dinner.
it's a go-to meal for us because it's so simple and it's so perfect. It's so perfectly balanced for keto. And we're not alone. A lot of people do that. And then for breakfast, you want to tell them how you make my coffee? Because you make my coffee all the time.
Yeah. My problem is to be all of our fruit trees and bushes. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to nix the fruit. Give it to other people, can it, make preserves, whatever you got to do. Now, there's a few fruits that you can have.
blackberries.
Yeah, we have blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. You can have also a couple of strawberries in moderation, but don't do it every week. I wouldn't. Definitely don't do it every day. It's hard to know. I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows how much of something you can have or how often you can have before you drop out of ketosis. I think your body determines a lot of that. Your chemical makeup. But if we're creating rules that everyone can follow, and I think that's what I'm trying to discuss here, then maybe have strawberries once in a while, and definitely don't have more than 1 or 2. I think that's just safe. But I stay away from strawberries. I don't mess with them. Okay, off strawberries. Blackberries are good. Eat them in moderation. Raspberries are good. Eat those in moderation. Lemons, those are great. You're going to stop craving sugar. You're going to stop craving carbs, and you're going to start craving fruit. Your body's going to want vitamin C and good fruit. So get you some lemons and limes. Those are excellent. You can put that infuse it into your water. It's fruity, tastes delicious. I don't know if you drink diet soda. We do. So orange and Diet Sunkissed orange and Sprite Zero are fruity, so you're going to get that. Bulletproof coffee, yeah, people use that term. I guess I can use it because I wasn't in the past using that term because I wasn't sure if the term bulletproof coffee was copywritten or something. I didn't want to make somebody mad, but yeah, bulletproof coffee is essentially it's just extra fat in your coffee without the sugar. So Kat's going to get some ingredients. Show you how.
Okay. This is how David has his coffee. I don't like coffee, so I put a half a teaspoon of cocoa. I put a tablespoon, like a little bit heaping of this stuff, and you can do that.
Pure. That's stevia and erythritol.
And you can get it at Walmart.
We also use erythritol. It just depends on what we have on hand.
Just whatever no sugar sweetener that you have.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, which really makes it. This stuff is so good.
Mix in 3 tablespoons and put 2 tablespoons on top.
And then sprinkle some stuff because you can have a beautiful drink.
It just looks
at
pretty.
Home, even if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. Now, I recently ran out of this. Kathy went to the grocery store, got a bunch of groceries, forgot this, went back to the grocery store, got more groceries, and forgot this again. So I had just some cocoa and just some pure, and that was really good. It didn't need the
Yeah.
cream. Another thing a lot of people add to their coffee, and I did for a long time. Sometimes I still will add it if I need that extra fat at the end of the day, and I want to
Yeah.
make sure my macros are balanced correctly. Coconut oil or butter, and I definitely prefer coconut oil. Butter is going to have more of a nutty flavor, which you might like, and it's okay. I'm not over the hills about it,
Butter has a coconutty flavor.
no, it has a nutty flavor. It makes, yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. But the coconut is really good. It goes really well with the coffee.
And just keep a spoon in
Try to
the cup.
remember to Facebook you the recipe. All right, Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing about it. I mean, if you want to text it here too, you're welcome to share that.
You can use heavy cream. Hold on. I gotta see that again.
Yeah.
You can have as many coffees as your macros allow you to. Like sometimes he'll have a caffeinated one in the morning and then I give him a decaf one like later at night.
I think she was asking specifically about heavy cream. How many of those coffees can you have?
Can
and
you
can you
substitute?
substitute heavy cream?
Yeah, you can use heavy cream.
Yeah, I'd go easy on the heavy cream. Probably no more than 2 tablespoons.
It's calorie
It's
dense.
calorie dense, but also heavy cream. I don't know if it'll knock you out of ketosis if you drink too much of it, but I have a feeling that it will.
I usually only put one tablespoon in his if I use heavy cream because
Yeah.
it's really thick.
This will surprise you though, how creamy it'll make your coffee.
Yeah, it really makes it
Love
creamy.
this product. But yeah, I'd go easy on the heavy cream. It would be my recommendation.
Well, I'll try to make a recipe video tomorrow morning of the coffee that I make you.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, we keep the decaf on hand as well because
Except I don't have
it's
any
a
right
really good treat. I mean, it's like a chocolate. What is it? A mocha.
Yeah, I think so. I don't.
It's really good. It's a good treat, and it's almost like getting a dessert. So obviously, a day is enough for me when I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So filling.
Hey,
It is.
Southern
Yeah.
Blessed Homestead.
And energizing too, Anna. I really like the coffee as well. Yeah, I didn't drink coffee until we met. It's actually at our church. They had really nice coffee, in-house coffee or whatever.
Like a coffee shop, sort of.
Yeah, everyone drank coffee, but I didn't. And we were going to like a Bible study meeting or something, and everyone was getting coffee. And I had just met her, and she went out and made me a coffee and brought it to me. I really didn't know her, and she
I'll
like
answer
sat
that.
down right next to me and gave me coffee. And I was like, okay, I guess she's gonna be my wife now.
Oh gosh.
I had to drink the coffee. I couldn't tell her I didn't like it.
You had to drink it, even though you didn't like it.
Well, yeah, because a pretty girl brought me coffee. What am I gonna do? Throw it on the floor? I drank the coffee like a man, and then after a few weeks of you bringing me the coffee, and I started to like it. And I think it was like 5 years into our marriage that I told you I did not like coffee before we met.
I haven't looked at that. I should, but we
Drink that
actually
coffee
got
like a man.
some French vanilla stevia drops.
Started keto 2 years ago. It helps, doesn't it, Anna? I agree
Well,
with you.
Someone asked a question. Hold on. What would be a typical first day on keto? What did we eat our first day? Eggs, bacon, and avocado. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I think we ate it twice that day.
And then
And
I was
vegetables.
gonna add this. The thing that's really important on keto is keep track of what you're eating and don't go over your calories,
Especially starting out.
especially starting out.
Once you get the hang of keto, a lot of people quit tracking everything. I don't recommend that anyone does that because... Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the reason why you should always track your food. You've spent your whole life not tracking your food. And you got yourself into trouble. Then you found keto. Yay, I love you, keto. And you got yourself out of trouble. And then you thought, you know what? I can do everything the way I used to do it, just a little bit different, and I won't get in trouble again. I think it's setting yourself up for failure. I think you're going to plateau. and I think you're going to eventually fall off that cliff. So why not keep track? It's not that hard. It's the carb counts. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you hardcore on that one, Anna. Calories do matter. Calorie lives matter. 100% calories matter. If you eat 50,000 calories of broccoli, you're going to gain weight from that. Your body is going to find a way to turn that into stored energy, fat. If you eat too much protein, your body is going to store it as fat. Or it's going to spike, it's going to turn it into blood sugar. And your blood sugar can't be processed.
Yeah, it is.
Your body can't process but just a little bit of blood sugar, glucose. So then it has to release insulin. What the insulin does is it takes that extra blood sugar and turns it into stored fat. You just can't eat more calories than you burn. And I don't care if you're doing keto, Atkins, or any diet. If you eat more calories than you're burning, you're going to gain weight. If you eat less calories than you're burning, you're going to lose weight. If you eat just the right amount of calories that you're burning, you're going to maintain. That science is founded. That is founded in reality. That is no one in the science or food industry debates that. Everyone agrees. What everyone disagrees on is what's the best way to go about eating less calories than you're burning. I'm in the keto camp, okay? I think keto is a great way to do it. I don't think it's the only way to do it. It's just a great way to do it. Why? Because you way overdid it. Well, yeah, of course, you overdid it. I exaggerated to make a point. I do that all the time. You have to eat less calories than you burn. If you don't, you're putting more fuel in your tank than you're using. Your body's going to turn that into fat.
It's my daddy.
What's up, Papa? Dr. Jerry into his house. Is he really on? Mm-hmm. I didn't see him come on. That's cool. PositivePrayers.com. What's up, fam? I'm not saying they don't count at all, but you really got to control carbs. Yeah, for sure, and I agree with you on that. Carbs is the enemy. And, I mean, carbs is a great source of fuel. Don't get me wrong. Carbs are great as long as you're ready to use them right then and there, because it is a jet fuel. It burns really fast or it turns into fat really fast. You have to use, that's why like marathon runners would like carb up. They do carb ups before they run. But they're finding now, the research is proving, and it was proven in Harvard, what was it, back in the 40s or 50s? However long ago it was. All the research is showing that you can get, once you're adjusted to ketosis, your body can get the exact same performance that it was getting when you were using carbs. As a professional athlete, I mean Olympic level athletes, NBA athletes are doing keto. I think Kobe Bryant is doing keto. I just read an article about that yesterday. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I got to confirm that. But there's a lot of athletes who are using keto, and once they get keto adjusted or keto adapted, they're finding they're getting the exact same performance that they were before keto. It just takes some time because essentially you're using fat, ketones that your liver produces for your fuel. So yeah, it's just a slower burning fuel. So it can give you fuel all day long, which means you need to eat less. You don't need to eat as much. You know, carbs burn up and then your body needs more fuel. It needs the carbs for the fuel. So you got to keep eating more. That's why you get shaky. You need that blood sugar to keep you going. I don't mean to say carbs. It's glucose. Glucose is the fuel. Your body's either running on glucose or ketones.
The Feathered Cottage with D. Hello.
And it's so easy to abuse your body with glucose, to become resistant to it or intolerant.
Also, I think that a lot of people...
Yeah, I like MyFitnessPal. My carb tracker is what we use. Carb tracker. Let's see if this will come into focus. I don't know if it will, but it's right. It's right there. It looks like a green C and an orangish red M.
Can I see it for a second?
In the middle.
If you open it, it might. It looks like that.
Yeah.
It's called Carb Manager. If you search carb manager, being keto
and it's free.
controlled the appetite so much. That's what I was
Totally.
just gonna say.
Yeah, that's the number one reason to do keto right there.
Because you get full and you stay full for so long. Like a lot of days, we'll eat a big breakfast and then we won't be hungry until
Yeah.
the end of the night.
Yep. I'm 6'3". Up until recently, I was over 300 pounds. I've always been a big guy, and I love to eat, love food. Excuse me. And I have been addicted to food and addicted to sugar and snacking my entire life. And because of keto, within the first few weeks, it took me a few weeks to really get adjusted, because we're talking, 30 plus years of abuse to my body. Once I got adjusted, the cravings went away. I never crave sugar. I can watch people eat birthday cake, which I watched yesterday, and I asked them how it tasted, and I want to know all about it. But I don't care. I don't want it. I'm not craving it. I'm not tempted by it. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. The only things that I ever crave is fruit.
Every time.
It's good, delicious, juicy fruit.
What is too much protein?
I know I do better on it. It's hard right now, but hopefully that will change soon. Honey Hollow, I feel you. Too much protein or most. Okay, on the protein amount, the best keto plan is moderate protein, which is 25% of your macros needs to be protein. So just don't eat more than 25% of the food that you bring into your body. You're bringing in carbs, protein, and fat. You want to bring in about 70% of your food should be fat. About 25% of your food should be protein, and about 5 carbs or less, 5% or less of your food should be carbs.
That's great. Busy little house. She said she's off sugar and love it, but don't crave it anymore. That's awesome.
I
Eat something salty.
I think sugar is the number one drug, most abused drug in the country, if not in the world. And it is deadly. It just takes a long time to kill you, but it can or will kill you. Sugar is a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, sugar is the reason why I figured out I needed to do keto, because it was around New Year's. It was all night. I kept getting up out of bed. I couldn't sleep. I'd come in the kitchen to get a snack. Kept coming back. And eventually I thought, if I just eat a bunch of sugar, like ice cream or something, eventually I'll carb crash and I'll go to sleep. And I did it, and as I'm laying in bed twitching, and I've said this before, but as I'm laying in bed twitching, I realized I'm a drug addict. I've been using sugar as a drug all day. Yes, it's more addictive than cocaine. Yep.
Oh, busy little house, if you're still in here. Happy Mother's Day to you too.
I've been using sugar all night, and now I just OD'd on it to try to put myself to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's when it clicked for me. I am not going to be addicted to anything. I got up the next morning. I told Kathy, we're doing keto. I said, I don't really know exactly what keto is. I've been, listening to some podcasts about it, but we're going to do keto. And if it's not keto, I'll starve, because I would rather starve myself than be addicted to a drug like sugar. And it is the number one drug in the country, probably the world. And it's killing everyone. I mean, everyone's dying from, diseases caused by obesity. Oh, wow. Congratulations on a year of no sugar. Woo! That's awesome. Yeah, I feel good. I feel clean. Like, from my head to my toe, I can feel my blood. I should say toes. I do have 10 of those. Love what you're preaching. Yeah, let's get the word out. Sugar is the enemy. It's killing people. Now, I mean, there's some natural sugars in good fruits, even in stuff like tomatoes. They're complex sugars. It takes time for your body to break them down. They're not as harmful. But if you're going to eat those types of sugars, otherwise known as carbs, it's a type of carb, you should eat them in moderation and probably seasonally. If we look at how God designed the world, regions where people would live, we get 4 seasons. So we get different types of food seasonally. And I think keto is a natural part of that process. There's going to be times in the year where you have some meat still. You have lots of vegetables you're able to keep, but no fruit and no bees, no honey. So keto is a great way of eating the fat and trimming the fat, because your body's going to burn that fat up. Ketones are the body's preferred method of fuel, and we have denied our bodies for so long in using that awesome fuel. We didn't even know what it was. I never learned what a ketone was until last year. They didn't teach us that in school.
I've heard of the South Beach
diet.
That's
how much?
Really.
Yeah, if you told us more about South Beach diet, I might be able to pinpoint exactly what the difference is. I bet Anna knows.
It is.
Anna's very knowledgeable. I bet Anna, could you help us out there? What are the differences between South Beach diet and keto? I'm just gonna guess South Beach is probably low carb.
The Wind and the Wheat Life says she's trying to cut out all processed. So yeah, that's what I thought. So healthy,
done the right way. Yes, I agree. I feel the best in my life.
The sweetener
I'm 37 now.
Has changed our life. For the first time. Hey, Rich Green Acres.
I used to be almost no body fat. Very strong, very fast. I competed in kickboxing. I was an athlete, worked out all the time, and I feel better now than I did then. And I'm just starting to get healthier. I'm still not healthy. I'm just getting healthier. I've lost 50 pounds at the beginning of the year, feeling better. But the journey getting there is so rewarding. It feels great. I'm almost going to be sad when I get to the point where I don't need to lose any more weight, because it's so much fun.
So yeah, we use Swerve.
Swerve is awesome.
We love Swerve. We since the shindig we've gone
It's erythritol. Now a lot of people talk stuff about sugar alcohols, like it gives them gut problems. Maybe everyone's different. It hasn't hurt us. I think maybe some foods that has erythritol in it might have xylitol and some other sugar alcohols that might be hurting people, hurting their tummies.
I think some of our friends think we're crazy.
Well, I'm definitely crazy.
Our family, they're pretty supportive, especially once they see.
There's family members that don't get it though.
Once they saw the results.
Grandparents in particular who have a culture that they want to preserve. You know, like this is how my granny made pies, and you know, we always had this treat or this dessert at Christmas time. We always put honey on the ham.
Brandon's Outdoor Adventure is on here again.
Sugar in everything.
Keto is not Atkins. No, it's not Atkins. I was looking for all that stuff. Life with a Table Full. If it's still John, I don't know. Because you said you were grilling. This stuff, you can get it at Whole Foods, some Walmarts, but you can also order it on Amazon. It's a little more expensive on Amazon.
Let me give a point right quick on, because I've done Atkins. My dad did Atkins for a long time. Let me give the number one reason why keto is better than Atkins, and this is the only reason you'll ever need. Okay, and there's more, but this is the only one. When you compare how you feel on Atkins, which is hungry, you're going to be hungry a lot. You're going to be telling yourself no a lot. And you're going to be hungry at the end of the day, especially as you progress in Atkins, because it becomes more and more difficult as you progress.
Yeah.
On keto, you are never going to feel hunger. When you know that hunger is there, it's like it's in the other room and the door's closed and you can kind of ignore it. And you don't have to. You don't have to ignore it. You can go eat. I mean, you can, and you never have to tell yourself no to like the foods that you already enjoy. You like cheeseburgers? Eat cheeseburgers. Just don't eat the bread. You like pizza? We have a great keto pizza recipe, and there's lots of other keto pizza recipes too that are probably almost as delicious as ours, but I'm sure ours is better. There's bacon and eggs. I mean, there's so many good foods. It's doable. I'm never hungry. Amen. Right. And this is the thing that people on keto preach all the time. When I went to the shindig, not being hungry. When I went to the shindig, I met up with Jen the night before, and we barely ate anything.
Farmer Mima.
And then at the shindig, I think it was like past lunchtime, and me and her were just hanging out talking. We're looking at everyone eating all these cool subs and stuff, and they look delicious. And I asked her, like, what have you had to eat today? And she says, just a cup of coffee. I was like, me too. I was like, how do you feel? She says, I feel great. I said, me too. You know, that's the difference right there, is I can go on almost no fuel because my body is creating ketones and I feel good. I'm getting the fuel that I need.
Yeah, that is.
So there's your number one reason. Why do keto over Atkins or anything else? You're not going to feel hungry.
Hey, Tabitha.
What?
Okay, John says he's extremely active, tennis 5 days a week. Well, I'm extremely
good.
active.
That's
too.
really good.
I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, tennis is
very, very
So
active.
if he's eating carbs, if he's playing tennis 5 times a week, he's eating those carbs and he's burning those up really fast. I mean, that's carbs would be a great fuel for someone who's playing tennis. However, you don't need them because you can get the same performance on ketones. Olympic athletes and professional sports athletes are using keto, and they're finding they're getting the exact same performance levels on keto. You don't have to do the carbs.
I think Terry probably should do keto with her.
Consult your doctor, though. I mean, you can't give advice like that. I mean, you do need to talk to your doctor.
I think
about
her
that,
doctor told her that's one of the accepted ones.
Unless you don't have one. If you told me to consult my doctor, I'd be like, what doctor? Jesus is my doctor. I don't go to doctors. People go to the hospital to die. No offense, Anna or anyone else. Y'all know how I feel. I won't go to the hospital unless something's broken. If I can't stop the bleeding with duct tape, I'll go. I'm waiting for Anna to respond because she's a nurse. Anna knows my heart.
AIP diet sucks, but doable. I don't know what the AIP diet is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Atkins.
Oh yeah, chiropractor, definitely.
Oh yeah.
We are our own
Poppin' and
chiropractors,
crackin'.
though. What is that?
Puppies knocking on our door. Stop the bleeding with duct tape. You know it. Super glue. We literally keep duct tape and super glue in my med kit.
In the first aid kit.
Have
definitely.
to. Because it works. So whatever.
I
you
have a scar on my hand from like slicing it open. I filleted open in a. They've lied to us. Oh, autoimmune protocol. I have not researched that at all, so.
I imagine working in the medical industry is difficult when you start exposing a lot of the lies that exist, and you're paid to promote what they want you to, whether it's the truth or a lie.
I got distracted from that, but
I imagine it's difficult.
I have a really big scar right here. I mean, it's noticeable if you can see it, but anyway, I sliced it open really bad on a.
Oh, I would love to have a son that's a chiropractor. Sorry, go ahead.
A chiropractor.
That's awesome. Who's your son?
I sliced it open on a vegetable slicer. Anyway, I just super glued it shut. Oh, yeah. I mean, the truth is, when we go to the hospitals, like when we have a baby and everything, the best people in there are definitely the nurses. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, they're my favorite. I always love the nurses, and usually I can't stand the doctors.
We've had some good doctors, though, but I want to know more about that. Make a video, Anna, on how you made your boss furious at the clinic.
I feel like we probably missed some questions.
I hope not. Guys, if we missed your questions, we're sorry. Put it in all caps. We'll try to answer any questions. If it's just a comment, don't put it in all caps. But if you have a question, please put it in caps. We want to make sure we answer anyone's questions. Vince, my husband, that a chiropractor is best.
Yeah, that's hard when you're fighting against a spouse.
The medical industry is world-class fear-mongers. They're the best.
Yeah, Rich Green Acres for sure. And John...
Even if you don't believe in what they're pushing. They're really good at making you afraid that you might make the wrong decision if you don't go with their choice that they've selected for you. They're excellent at it.
Why no nightshade? Just wondering, because that's tomatoes, right?
I didn't read the comment.
Nightshade is tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she can't have tomatoes, so that.
Well, she might have an allergy to it. But even tomatoes you should eat in moderation. Like, you shouldn't like sit down and eat like a whole bunch of bowls of tomato soup. It does have carbs. You just have to monitor how many carbs you're eating versus your fats and your proteins. 5% of your diet should be carbohydrates or less.
It was all about measles, and if you have yeah, the measles thing is scary. Okay, I didn't want to air that out, John, that she has Hashimoto's. I didn't want to say that unless you wanted that said. I talked to Terry a little bit, and I think she said she was going to talk to her doctor about keto. But I can't remember exactly. Because she said she thinks she could do it. I think she hates not having tomatoes. Because who would be happy with no tomatoes?
It is difficult because a lot of everyone's favorite foods have tomatoes. And, I mean, pizza sauce for one. I'm sure it's difficult. Oh, I didn't know that about autoimmune disorders and nightshade. I suppose.
Graves' disease, I eat them anyway.
Anna, who the heck calls tomatoes nightshades? I mean, I know they're in that family, but why?
Well, there's other things that are in the nightshades family, so...
Oh. I know for a long time people would not eat tomatoes. It's more because of the stigma about them being a poison.
Give up tomatoes. Yeah, JP made no tomato sauce on spaghetti sauce. How did he make... How did JP make that no tomato sauce? Like, with what?
Tomato sauce? Yeah, what did
like squash, maybe? Butternut squash, maybe? I can't think of...
No, if you're diabetic, you need to talk to a doctor. Pretty much the medical industry says no. I think for one of those types, type 1 or type 2, I don't know. Talk to your doctor. But I've heard people talking about how keto reversed their diabetes. So if that's possible, talk to your doctor. See if you can find a plan that works for you.
There's three different types of ketos. I read a book recently, so I don't know.
Not really.
Peppers are in the nightshade?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ugh.
Onions and eggplants, I didn't know that either. Nightshade.
Oh, what did they say? Beets, and it was off on. Oh yeah, I think I.
Oh yeah, I could see that because of the color, but I hate the flavor of beets.
I wonder how he made that to taste good.
Did
it taste good?
It tastes like the way I would imagine earthy fart would smell or taste.
Well, he said he made an awesome tomato sauce, so.
Okay. Well, if you put enough cheese on it, anything's awesome.
Yeah, he had high cholesterol also.
Yeah, I nearly had a heart attack 2 years ago. I spent last year trying desperately to figure out how to correct my eating habits. And,
high carb?
Your doctor sounds like a moron.
I asked my doctor what I should
High
do.
carb? I mean, look, too many carbs and too many fats combined definitely is the number one cause of diabetes. Like, high carb, high fat is bad, okay? It's real bad.
Now I remember she was talking to me about keto because how could you do keto without cheese?
When people need to lose weight, the doctors usually subscribe either high protein or now they're prescribing the keto high fat. High carb is the worst thing for it. Yeah, I mean, you're going to bloat and swell and you're going to spike your insulin, which is going to make you store everything as fat.
High carb would be a lot of...
The only way you could live a high carb lifestyle is if you have a high activity lifestyle. If you're an Olympic level athlete or you're playing tennis 5 times a day, then you can burn off all your carbs. Otherwise, you're going to get chubby. Yeah. Yeah, get another doctor or get no doctor, but you might need one. I don't know your situation. Don't listen to me. Yeah, that's just not good advice.
Yeah, I think keto would probably be pretty hard if you can't have I keep getting distracted. Sorry. Squirrel.
You too. Thank you for that reference, Anna. I'm sure that'll help someone tonight.
Keto without cheese and
That'd be
that
rough.
would be really tough.
Yeah. Cheese is like such a staple. But I mean, it can be done. Still do it, sure. I just love cheese. I couldn't imagine my life without cheese.
Yeah. I think that I mean, what happens when she eats cheese and I know you said a flare up. I guess maybe I'll message her. Cuz that usually means like pain in your joints and stuff like that, I think. Like a flare up could mean so many things. Headaches.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to
Stuff like
share
that.
anything you want to
Yeah.
share, but we don't. I don't think either one of us want to like press you and ask you a bunch of questions about it.
Ketones are bad for your kidneys.
But we want to know. We just don't want to ask you publicly. Respect your privacy.
Ketones are bad for your kidneys. I don't have an answer for that.
I have not heard that ketones are bad for you. I mean, if too many ketones, yes, if your body's not processing them, but your kidneys can process them. I mean, unless you have diabetes where you can't, and you get acid ketosis.
Which only happens to
A very small, rare percentage of people with, what is it, type 1 diabetes?
yeah. John,
Anyways, if you're not
yes.
diabetic, it's not going to happen to you.
Have JP make a video of that. That'd be cool.
I mean, I eat strict keto and have since January, and I feel great, and I was pre-diabetic. I think we're dragging, though. We're a little over an hour.
Yep. We are.
You keep getting like friend requests on Facebook. Look, we're gonna get off here, guys. I think there's probably some other live shows that are coming on, and I
There
am
is.
not gonna be on any of them because I'm gonna get some rest. I've got some arrows to make tonight. We're shipping out a bunch of orders for our business, castlewallcreations.com. Check us out for all of your custom handmade archery needs. That's all I got for you. Check us out next week, same time, same keto channel. Fridays, 7 o'clock. What is your favorite keto recipe?
Rich Green Acres. We have a playlist of our recipes that we've made so far. Well,
Keto
on there.
acetosis.
We have a playlist of some of our favorite recipes, but my favorite is what I call roll-ups, which is a cheese stick and meat wrapped around it, a slice of Black Forest ham. Then you fry it on the pan, make some broccoli, put some Alfredo and cheddar cheese, and that's it, right? Just those two things?
Yeah, I like pepper jack cheese, and I like dipping those wraps in barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Now
dipping them in
today
sugar-free barbecue
I had
sauce.
roast beef wrapped up on a cheese stick, cold,
Oh, yeah.
and I dipped that in mayonnaise and barbecue, and that was really, really good. I like that a lot.
Nice chatting with you as well, Kayla. And everyone else. And
Yeah.
happy Mother's Day to all the mamas.
We haven't had any dinner. Yeah, happy Mother's Day